For my first field study, I went to Corpus Christi on West 121st Street in Manhattan on January 27th, 2019, led by Father Dan O'Reilly. At the entrance, I was greeted nicely with a program, and throughout the Mass, I noticed that all races seemed to blend into this congregation consisting of what looked to be the local New York neighborhood around the church. The introit song played was Adorat Diem by Heinrich Isaac, played in Mode 7, heard here. For me, this was one of the most beautiful songs to hear during the entire Mass, was because of the sense of excitement in the choir's voice, maybe because it was the first song. However, it was definitely one of the most beautiful songs played throughout the entire Mass. For the responsorial psalm played, they did Psalm 19, verses 8, 9, 10, and 15. When the old man sang, we would respond, "Your words, Lord, are spirit and life." One of the most spiritual parts of the Mass was when the old man from the choir, in fact the oldest man that I was able to notice in the entire choir, came out and all attention was on him. I found this spiritual because everybody was dead silent and all, like I said, all attention was on him. During the offertory, they played motet Pater Noster, which was composed by anonymous French composers in the 17th century, heard here. Comedite Penguia was the communion anthem played in Mode 8. I went up to receive communion during this part, so I was only able to get the video of the organ heard after the communion. That can be heard here. During the Mass, Father Dan used a capsule to spread incense of a pine smell throughout the church. I found this interesting because I've only seen it happen at a few churches. I thought it was only for special occasions, but it seems to be a frequent occurrence at Corpus Christi. Overall, I found the program not too difficult to read and follow along with, making it easier for an individual such as myself to participate. I feel this is probably the reason why most people participated in unison at this church, compared to other churches where there are some individuals who may not participate or sing at all in church. As you can see in the video, the choir sings in a room separate from the Mass itself, and I found that to be one of the most interesting parts of the Mass because I've never seen anything like that before. The choir had their own room to sing in, and it definitely propelled their vocals in a way I could tell. I don't attend church on a regular basis, so I found this field study refreshing. I especially found it pleasant because of the outstanding vocals and professionalism Corpus Christi's choir had. Two of the most captivating parts of the Mass were when the choir was entering and when the choir was leaving. When the choir entered, everybody stood up as they entered from a separate room, leading to the room where they would be singing the entire Mass, and when the choir left the room where they sung the entire Mass, they entered back into the same room where they came from. Everybody was silent, listening, and their voices blended together and soothed everybody in the room in honor of Jesus on that Sunday. It was very easing and spiritual for me, as well as everybody in the congregation. Thank you for watching.